Welcome to our channel, Storm Rider, the USS Zumwalt DDG-1000 destroyer, entering its 2026 operational phase, is one of the most advanced and futuristic warships ever built by the United States Navy. Named after Admiral Elmo Zumwalt, this vessel represents a massive leap forward in naval technology, stealth capabilities, and overall design philosophy. Designed primarily for land attack and literal nearshore dominance, the Zumwalt is a powerhouse of cutting-edge engineering that combines raw power, advanced sensors, and stealth unlike anything seen before on the open seas. It's not just a ship. It's a statement of what modern naval warfare has become and where it's headed. At first glance, the USS Zumwalt doesn't even look like a traditional destroyer. Its sleek, angular design gives it the appearance of a futuristic stealth vessel, straight out of a science fiction movie. This unique shape isn't just for show. It's one of the core elements that make the Zumwalt almost invisible to radar. The ship's tumble-home hull design slopes inward rather than outward, drastically reducing its radar cross-section. In practical terms, the Zumwalt appears on radar as small as a fishing boat, even though it stretches nearly 610 feet in length and displaces over 15,000 tons. The smooth, wave-piercing hull allows it to move quietly and efficiently through the water, even in rough seas, giving it both stealth and stability advantages. The Zumwalt's propulsion system is another area where it breaks new ground. Instead of relying on conventional gas turbines that directly drive the propellers, the DDG-1000 uses an integrated power system, IPS. This all-electric drive generates around 78 megawatts of power, enough to light up a small city, and distributes it to every system on board, from the engines to the radar and even future weapons systems like lasers or railguns. This electric propulsion allows for greater efficiency, lower noise, and an unprecedented level of flexibility in how power is managed throughout the ship. The system also reduces the need for mechanical parts, making the Zumwalt quieter and harder to detect underwater. The ship's combat systems are equally revolutionary. The Zumwalt was originally equipped with two advanced gun systems, AGS, massive 150 mm guns designed to fire long-range land attack projectiles, LR-LAPs, up to 80 miles away with pinpoint accuracy. Although the specialized ammunition program was later canceled due to high costs, the guns themselves remain a symbol of the Zumwalt's ambitious vision to provide precise fire support for land operations from miles offshore. In 2026, the Navy has been exploring new roles for these systems, including potential conversion to hypersonic missile launchers, which would transform the Zumwalt into one of the most heavily armed ships in history. Speaking of missiles, the Zumwalt carries an impressive array of vertical launch cells. It has 80 peripheral vertical launch system, PVLS cells distributed along its hull. Unlike older destroyers that house all launchers in the center line, Zumwalt's launchers are placed along the outer edges of the ship, improving survivability in case of a hit. Each of these cells can house a variety of weapons, from Tomahawk cruise missiles for land attack, to evolved Sea Sparrow missiles for air defense, to standard missiles for anti-air and anti-ballistic operations. This gives the Zumwalt unmatched versatility. It can strike land targets, engage aerial threats, and even hunt submarines all in the same mission. Another remarkable feature is its sensor and radar technology. The Zumwalt is equipped with the ANSPY-3 multifunction radar, capable of tracking aircraft, missiles, and ships simultaneously, while maintaining low probability of interception. This means it can detect threats without easily giving away its own position. The radar is part of an integrated combat system that fuses data from multiple sensors, giving the crew a complete and real-time picture of the battle space. Combined with its stealth, this makes the Zumwalt incredibly difficult to locate and even harder to target effectively. Its electronic warfare systems can jam, deceive, or disable enemy sensors long before the ship itself comes into range of enemy fire. Inside, the Zumwalt feels more like a high-tech command center than a traditional warship. The bridge and control rooms are designed with advanced touchscreen interfaces, automation, and digital systems that reduce crew workload dramatically. In fact, one of the Zumwalt's most impressive achievements is how much it has reduced the need for manpower. Traditional destroyers of similar size might require over 300 crew members, but the Zumwalt operates with just about 150. This reduction is made possible through extensive automation and centralized control systems. Living quarters are also more comfortable and spacious than on older ships, reflecting a new era of naval life focused on crew efficiency and well-being during long deployments. The Zumwalt stealth extends beyond radar. Its acoustic signature, the sound it makes underwater, is also minimal, making it extremely hard for enemy submarines to detect. The exhaust systems are designed to minimize infrared emissions, which reduces the ship's heat signature and further conceals it from enemy detection systems. Every design choice, from the hull shape to the placement of antennas, contributes to making the ship harder to find, track, and hit. This level of stealth is what allows the Zumwalt to operate closer to enemy shores and in contested zones without immediately being detected. One of the most interesting things about the USS Zumwalt is its future potential. The Navy views it as a testbed for next-generation technologies, essentially a floating laboratory for the future of naval warfare. The immense electrical power capacity makes it an ideal platform for directed energy weapons like lasers or electromagnetic railguns that could fire projectiles at hypersonic speeds. These systems require vast amounts of power that conventional ships simply can't provide, but the Zumwalt's integrated power system can handle them easily. There are also discussions about upgrading the Zumwalt to carry hypersonic missiles, which could make it one of the most formidable strike platforms in the world. Of course, the Zumwalt program has not been without controversy. The cost of development and construction was astronomical, each ship reportedly costing over $4 billion, not including research and development expenses. Originally, the Navy planned to build 32 of these ships, but the number was cut down to just 3 due to high costs and shifting mission priorities. Critics have questioned whether the ship's advanced technology justifies its expense, but supporters argue that Zumwalt represents an essential step forward in redefining naval warfare for the 21st century. The lessons learned from its design and systems will shape future classes of destroyers and cruisers for decades to come. By 2026, the USS Zumwalt has started to find its place within the Navy's broader fleet strategy. Rather than serving solely as a land attack platform, it is being reimagined as a multi-mission powerhouse capable of long-range precision strikes, advanced electronic warfare, and stealth operations in high-threat environments. It is a ship built not just for the battles of today, but for those that may come decades from now. With its quiet power, unmatched stealth, and futuristic technology, the Zumwalt stands as a bold example of human ingenuity, pushing the limits of what a warship can be. In many ways, the Zumwalt symbolizes the transition from traditional naval warfare to a new age dominated by information, stealth, and precision. It's a ship designed for an era when detection can mean destruction, and when the ability to strike first and unseen can determine the outcome of a conflict. Whether viewed as an engineering marvel, a controversial investment, or a glimpse into the future, the USS Zumwalt DDG-1000 remains one of the most fascinating and ambitious ships ever built. It doesn't just navigate the seas, it navigates the future.